Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to check out Polygon's price chart. And as you can see from these areas, we got a beautiful move on the upside, and in this phase I am seeing some absolutely optimistic signs, and we are going to check them out one by one in today's update. If you remember, in the previous video we were right in here and I was saying maybe we're gonna get like another move down, and then I'm hoping that we get a very strong move up, but again that didn't happen, and it's honestly fine. I don't really care about that. Now, if you remember, also in the previous video, so many times when we were right in here, we talked about why in Polygon I am extremely bullish and why do I think this is a beautiful buying opportunity, because the risk to reward ratios in here made perfect sense. And if you would have bought Polygon right around these areas, let's not say even around the lowest low about 15.5 cents, let's say you would have bought right around the 70 cents area, you would have been up so far about, I think, 30 to 40%, which is, from my point of view at least, definitely not that bad. So overall, I think in Polygon we are looking great. This really was a beautiful buying opportunity. Now, why is it that I believe we are actually right now looking much more bullish than before? Couple of reasons. Let's just go around here. You see, if you want to argue, we're gonna have our final low around here. Let's say this is like a very important support. Then okay, off of the lowest low, you need to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure on the upside, and pay attention because this is a key. Usually wave 3 is quite a strong wave. So if you see a 1 and a 2 and followed by that a relatively strong move on the upside, at that point you can consider this possibility with a lot more confidence. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening, and I think we can all agree on the fact that this is a relatively strong move on the upside, and I do think that now we can say it with a lot of confidence that this is 1, this is 2, big move up into wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, and this white 5 wave up at that point might be into a wave 3 right in here, and then correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5, which is going to be a very beautiful bullish sign, indicating the final low in Polygon, more like than not, is already in. So this, from my point of view, is a great sign. The second bullish sign in this phase on the upside in Polygon, we took the previous 2 minor pivot high, which is, I would say, kind of an early optimistic sign suggesting our downtrend has come indeed to an end. Now, if you do not want to be involved in any kind of short-term price action and you want to be bullish with much more confidence, I would like to suggest to just wait a little bit more and see, are we going to continue this move up, and then we're going to take maybe like the previous major pivot high right around here about, let's say, like 25.5 cents. If we do that, that could be like a much more optimistic sign, again indicating that the final low is already in Polygon. But overall, nonetheless, right now I believe we are definitely on the bullish track and we are doing great. Now, in the short term, there is a resistance area, I think about 23 to about 23.5 cents right in here, and I do think that we can have maybe like another 10% move on the upside, but after it I'm expecting this move to kind of come to an end and we get some sort of a move down. Now this is the key. I want to see a relatively slow and choppy move on the downside, and between our pullbacks I just want to see constant overlapping of the waves. Why is that? Because that is a characteristic of a corrective movement, indicating in Polygon we are indeed having on a higher degree a 1-2 structure, suggesting, well, okay, the next move is actually going to be a very big one up into wave 3, 4, 5, and again the final low is already in. Do we have some more evidence suggesting maybe this move up is going to continue a bit more? I think so, yes. I believe we can kind of safely assume that this is actually a bullish head and shoulder structure. And what's the target for it going to be? First things first, you need to put your chart on regular scale, and then you need to measure the height of your pattern from here to about the lowest low around the 15 cents area, and you need to put this thing at your breaking point. And again, as you can see, that is giving you about like a 23.5 to about, let's say, like a 24 cents polygon, indicating again once more this move up can continue just a bit more. Do we have some more optimistic signs? Absolutely. Let's check out indicators and see what is happening in daily time frame. Let's zoom more. Okay, so in MACD, as you can see, we are having a buy signal. This is by itself definitely an optimistic sign, but that's not really the point. Pay attention to this. On the live chart, we are having in this region a series of lower lows right in here. However, in MACD, from here, we are having a series of higher lows, suggesting this is a bullish divergence, and a bullish divergence generally says that our move up is soon going to come to an end and bears are indeed running out of power. So again, this is another optimistic sign indicating, who knows, maybe in Polygon, this is kind of our final low. Now, in like very short term, for the next couple of days, I think you need to pay attention to a stock RSI. And as you can see, at the moment, we are around the overbought area, indicating maybe soon we're going to get a move on the downside. But before that, again, like we said that also at the beginning of the video, we can expect maybe like another 10 to 15% move on the upside. But after it, I'm expecting some sort of a corrective movement in Polygon. And again, if this is going to be a correction structure, it could be a great sign suggesting we are having in this area a beautiful bullish setup. So overall, I think in Polygon, we are looking absolutely magnificent and bullish. And as long as I'm not proven otherwise, I am going to remain optimistic. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Matic's charts. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.